seen anything like that. No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk the sports and other stuff, like steroids. I don't know why people think they help athletes. I've been treating my steroids with Preparation H these past few weeks, and I gotta tell you, my ass is still bleeding. I'm Roy Harter, and here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald, everybody.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you, but really not thank you. You're confusing steroids and hemorrhoids again. This is a conversation we've had in the past. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Steroids are performance-enhancing drugs. Hemorrhoids are what is making your anus bleed, Roy. I don't know why the disconnect. Again, and Robert, he told me he still thinks goddamn Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds are kicked out of the Hall of Fame because of hemorrhoids.
That's damn Preparation H.
Yeah, he's all confused these days. Okay, it's goddamn steroids. Listen, it's the Davey Mac Sports Program. Roy Harter over there. Bobby Tamburo over there. Myself here. Davey Mac, we got a lot to talk about. We got a busy show, but we got to start off. I'm getting right to it. Yesterday, ESPN, I'm watching a Yankees-Detroit Tigers game. Special event taking place in Williamsport, Pennsylvania at the Little League World Series Stadium, where they have a grown man field. Otherwise,
I was going to say, I bet they went yard the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you'd be seeing, scores of 72 to 68. And I'm watching the fucking game, 1-0. Beautiful pitching by the Yankees. And then guess who steps up? The guy who's on this very show, on the Davey Mac Sports Program MLB preview show all the way back in March. I told you there is one thing that will prevent the Yankees from winning the World Series this year, and it was their closer, Clay Holmes. And guess what the fuck happened? Another blown save by Clay Holmes. Gives up a run in the 9th. Tie game, and the Yankees lose in the 10th. It's his Major League Baseball leading 10th blown save of the year. I am living in a fucking nightmare. I told everyone, I said this on Twitter, watching Clay Holmes at this point is akin to fucking inhaling a whole can of the Smylex poison that the Joker used in Batman, where he fucking used the goddamn spray and everyone's laughing, they're laughing, and then they die. Because watching Clay Holmes comes into a Yankee game, at first you're saying, you're laughing. Because again, you're going, this can't possibly be happening. But then it is torture, because then he does blow the game, and then the Yankees do lose, and then you feel like someone has fucking murdered you and your family live on television. And I'm telling you, being a Yankee fan when Clay Holmes comes in the game is being akin to being a Smylex victim from Batman. And I'm sick tired of it. And I've been saying this for fucking years. Clay Holmes is not to be trusted. And I don't know why Brian Cashman won't believe me. And Aaron Boone, at this point, this shit's on you. You fucking need to tell Brian Cashman, I don't give a shit how much you're paying this tall fucking hick.
Oh.
This fucking inbred piece of shit, awkward fucking Herman Munster looking kissing cousin fucking redneck from Alabama. We don't belong pitching in the Bronx. He's a fucking stooge. I would rather have Roy's goddamn hemorrhoids closing game for the Yankees.
Less painful.
And this fucking goddamn Jolly Green Giant looking motherfucker. I'm out there. I don't know if I'm looking at a Yankee closer or a Tim Burton character. Every time Clay Holmes and his 7'2" fucking deathly pale fucking weirdo face. Is he the new character in the Beetlejuice sequel? It fucking sucks. And it's the same thing day in and day. 10 blown saves. This ain't on me now. He leads Major League Baseball in closed games. And I saw some fucking, I hate to say it, I was even getting mad at other Yankee fans who were saying this. Bookmark my tweet. The Yankees won't make it to the World Series if Clay Holmes is their closer. And that tweet got 160 likes. I'm spitting all over the place. I'm foaming at the goddamn mouth like a rabid dog over here. Baby. I saw this guy's tweet. Bookmark my tweet. The Yankees won't win a playoff game, and it got 160 likes. I go, I've been saying that shit every 2 weeks since March.
You should have.
I mean, outside of the Davey Mac Sports Program universe, all the East Side Davidians out there, I love you. But to all the East Side Davidians who are Yankee fans, if this continues, I suggest we act like the Branch Davidians. Kill ourselves.
Dave.
I can't take it anymore. This fucking asshole.
Kool-Aid night at Yankee Stadium.
And he does so in a Little League ballpark in front of these all these little brats sitting there. So now my goddamn team has to be embarrassed in front of a whole fucking little kids. All these kids are like, oh my, and they're crying and shit because of goddamn Clay Holmes. Oh my God. Why has Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone not fixed this problem yet? Why hasn't this happened? This is for real, folks. If this guy is the closer in the postseason, they don't have a chance to win the World Series because one blown game is all the difference in the world. Oftentimes, one blown game usually means a blown series. Not always, but many a time. Jesus Christ. Clay Holmes, Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone, all of you, you're all on the Shizer list.
Shizer, you're the ones that we despise.
I fucking do despise you. All of you. I can't even take it anymore, Roy. I'm so aggravated.
I see that, David.
In front of the Little League kids.
Don't you think that's an important lesson that you too can suck at baseball and still make it to the major leagues? It's a great message to put out there for kids. You could be a loser, but as long as the Yankees have you, they'll stick with you.
I can't recall someone choking this much as a New York athlete and being allowed to continue their job day in and day out, week in and week out. And in front of all those Little League children, I was embarrassed. Now, I know someone. You guys are going to have to stretch for a second.
Okay.
Because I know someone who is great with kids.
Oh, boy.
And he wants to do a segment called Baseball Buddies. His name is Orange Head. He's locked in the bathroom. That's where I keep him when he's, not on the show. So I have to go to the bathroom now and go grab Orange Head.
Doesn't seem like a good place to keep him.
So just stretch for a second, okay?
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Good. Make sure you stretch those legs, too. Stretch the neck.
I'm stretching, buddy.
Stretching. Ouch.
Well, it sounds like Orange Head is in the vicinity.
Orange Head just fucking tripped over his own goddamn baseball bat.
It's like they say, guns are more. You're more likely to shoot yourself with a home defense weapon, just like you with your bat.
Hi, guys!
Oh, hey, Orange Head.
It's Orange Head here, and it's time for the everyone's favorite baseball segment, kids. Orange Head's baseball buddies. Hi.
Hey, Orange Head.
Hi, Robert. Okay, so let's talk about baseball, okay, kids? Now, first thing, kids, that we gotta do, I gotta show you how to grip the bat, okay? Now you take both hands, okay? Unless you're Jim Abbott. Okay, remember Jim Abbott? Remember him, kids? He was a one-handed pitcher for the Yankees. Okay? Remember him? Abbott was born with no right hand, much like NBA superstar James Harden. But I don't want to mix up sports, kids. Okay. Kids, Orange Head had a lot to drink last night. I'm not sure if Orange Head just farted or shat. So we're gonna have to speed through this one, kids. Hey, kids.
Hey, Orange Head.
Hitting is laying off anything that'll dull your senses. For instance, Ted Williams never went to the movies. Okay, because he thought it would dull his eyesight. Okay?
Okay.
Remember him?
Yeah,
That's why I recommend never shooting heroin before a game.
Oh, okay.
It makes you sleepy, kids. Oh, hold on, kids. I forgot. Orange Head needs his medicine real quick. You might have to stretch. Over there. Okay, I'm back. Now, if by miracle you get to first base, great. Orange Head hasn't gotten to first base in 17 years. Orange Head is lonely. Orange Head even tried to take a prostitute on a date.
Oh, no.
But she said Orange Head smelled funny. Well, it's gonna be real hard for that whore to smell anything now that she's buried in the fucking Pine Barrens, kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, on first base, take a nice lead, okay, and then get ready to steal second. Okay, I know they say stealing is wrong, kids, but how else is Orange Head gonna afford a giant bag of frozen shrimp at Costco? Okay? It's not like Orange Head is that Boom family on TikTok who clearly have organized crime ties to the store. I mean, how else are they allowed to waltz in there, kids, and do whatever the fuck they please? I mean, also, kids, could you put a word in for me and Mother of Big Justice? Thanks, kids. She got great big gazouzas, kids. The Mother of Big Justice. Finally, kids, make sure you slide into home. Something that Orange Head doesn't have. Orange Head is like John Candy in Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, kids. Hey, kids, can Orange Head crash on your couch for a few weeks? Go ask your mom and dad, you little fucking brats. All right, this has been Baseball Buddies. I'm Orange Head. Go fuck off.
Bye, Orange Head.
Well, there goes Orange Head.
I don't feel good about that.
What?
I'm worried about Orange Head.
You should be worried about Orange Head. Look at the hair.
Yeah, it looks like Orange Head really took it out of you too, Dave. I don't know what he did to you back there, but it's not good.
Fucking Orange Head. I don't know. It's crazy. Now, did you see the other story that's in baseball that
Yes,
everyone's
sir.
upset about? They
Not
are
upset.
Or some people, some of the guys on WFAN in New York were hopping mad that the viral sensation known as Tuah, the Tuah Girl, I believe her real name is Hailey Welch. She threw out the first pitch at a Mets game.
Yeah.
The fucking,
did she spit on it first?
The guys on WFAN. It's as if she fucking goddamn had sex with Pete Alonso at home plate. They were like, "This is the most disgusting fucking show. How dare the Mets? What a fucking clown show!" And look, I obviously love screaming, ranting, and raving about shit on sports and shit as much as anyone. Okay, but if you're so like what, like you're some sort of fucking weirdo Puritan, like she's going out to throw the first pitch. All you gotta, she was goddamn introduces viral sensation Hailey Welch, and these WFANos screamed. They were so upset.
Yeah.
I was. What's your take on this, Roy? Is that low class on the Mets' behavior? I guess that was the point of some of these.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, I have an issue with her being on the cover of Time magazine next month, but I don't care about her throwing out the first pitch. That doesn't mean shit to me.
I mean, there's truth to that. Like, if all of a sudden we're saying Senator Tuah, I mean, if she parlays this into becoming like the next president, maybe, but I mean, it's a fucking first pitch, and the whole stadium's not even there.
Yeah,
like 4,000 people. First pitch. I don't know, Robert.
This is fucking nuts. If you're mad about this, you should retire from being a sports fan. Have we forgot about? You said Alonso, wasn't it Roberto Alonso who spit on the umpire? I thought Mets players and fans love spit.
Roberto Alomar.
Alomar. They both started with an A. I thought they both love spit. Plus, a blowjob joke, the Mets, it's perfectly fitting because you guys suck a dick every season. Like,
okay, don't take out any of fucking Sports Robots lines, you goddamn fucking asshole.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I'm sorry.
You didn't see the fucking prep, all right? I ain't asking for your jokes, you cunt. You know I'm going into a fucking character, don't you?
I did not. I just kind of get the videos ready, and then I made sure Roy was ready to go.
You don't read the goddamn brilliant fucking masterpiece I sent. I knew it. I worked so hard on this shit. I fucking did. I do 100% of the show prep, and all you gotta do is take a goddamn second to look it over. The sucking dick was a punchline in one of the jokes, asshole.
I wish I would have thought of that one first, David.
And by the way, I've heard that Sports Robot actually pulled his groin, and they told me he is actually out 2 to 4 weeks. However, we have his helper riding solo. I'm very nervous about this, very interested as well. I'm very nervous because Sports Robot on the IL for 2 to 4 weeks, so his helper, Roybot, will be discussing Tuah throwing out the first pitch at Mets game. That's your cue, buddy. Roybot.
Is it time, David?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let me cue up Roybot here.
There you go. I'll stretch for you now. I know you got some shit to do. If you have to disappear, no, he just puts it right on.
No, we're good to go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Sports Robot is on the IL, and Roybot is here to give his take on Tuah throwing out the first pitch at the Mets game. So, hi, Roybot. How are you? You'd be better if my head exploded like the lights at the end of The Natural. So even though he's a different character, he seems just as mad at Sports Robot. Anyway, okay. Thoughts on the Tuah Girl throwing out the first pitch at the Mets game? Roybot says, I bet she throws a mean spitball. Yeah, because she likes giving out blowjobs. We understood it. We got the spitball. That was the punch. What? Roybot says sources say that when Tuah entered the room, it's the first time Mr. Met has gotten a raise in years, a raise in his dick. All right, this is disgusting, Roybot.
Roybot's better than Sports Robot.
Sports Robot, yeah. Sports Robot had cleaned up his act, I felt, and was going way more puns. Why is Roybot more... Wasn't Sports Robot becoming PG and just doing pun humor? Like, Roybot has channeled something dark, I feel. What was that? Roybot says, what do Tuah and Clay Holmes have in common? They both suck. Tuah sucks men and Clay Holmes sucks ass. See, that was the sucks punchline that you destroyed, Bobby. That was the sucks punchline that you fucking destroyed, Bobby T.
Or did I throw an alley-oop to your Clay Holmes ass line?
Bobby T. Now shut up. All bids must be read in completion before the shows henceforward so you don't take my goddamn gold.
Fair
What?
enough.
Roybot says, what would you call this skank if she was a skateboarder? Tony Tuah, but I get the pun, but skank? Roy? This is Roybot? I'm going to say this. This is way more offensive than Sports Robot ever has been, Roybot. Let's just end this bit now. Okay? What? Oh, my God. Roybot says, what do you get if you cross this dumb bitch with a football player? Tuah Tagovailoa. Miami Dolphins quarterback. Please, are we done yet? What? Roybot says, how many Haileys does it take to screw in a light bulb? Tuah. All right, I kind of liked, oh, wait, I thought that was the end. I thought that was a nice, cute, what? Okay, one screws in the light bulb and Tuah sucks the cock. All right. Sports Robot, everyone. Sports Robot.
Roybot.
I'm thinking Roybot.
Roybot sounded like Miles Davis bitches brew. It sounded like her. I sounded like Herbie Hancock there.
You mean Roybot? Sounded like Herbie Hancock.
Roybot, yes, Roybot sounded like Herbie Hancock.
Speaking of the Dolphins, with Tuah, of course, Tuah's best receiver, Tyreek Hill. And did you see that Tyreek Hill has challenged U.S. Olympian Noah Lyles to a 50-yard race because Hill says he was not impressed with Noah Lyles. Meanwhile, Lyles says Tyreek is just chasing clout. Who's right? Who's wrong? Bobby.
They're both right. I think given a opportunity to sprint against him, Tyreek Hill would at least make it interesting if he didn't beat him. He's one of the fastest people alive. He's proven it time and time again. Like, he was Olympic caliber sprinter. So this isn't out of the box for him to say he'd put up a good sprint against him. That said, if anybody knows clout chasing, it's Noah Lyles, who's done nothing but clout chase since the world sprints into the Olympics and through the Olympics.
Noah Lyles said that Tyreek Hill is clout chasing.
Right. So if anybody recognizes what somebody's doing, it's Noah Lyles. He's doing the same thing I did, trying to get people's attention. I think it would be great. Give the money to charity. I'd pay to watch that. I think it would be just as exciting as Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Exactly. But my point is, why don't we do all of this for one big, let's call it the fucked up Olympics. And we have the Tyreek Hill, Noah Lyles thing. We have the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. And then we finally get the Elon Musk Zuckerberg MMA match.
Hell yeah.
And we just fucking get like every fucked up, stupid ass celebrity / athlete feud. We have, and let's not forget, my challenge has still gone out unanswered. I challenged Angel Reese to a game of one-on-one.
Let's get it.
So we can have that at the goddamn, what we're going to officially call it, the Davey Mac Fucked Up Olympics. And we now have 4 events. And again, I will take on Angel Reese one-on-one, playing by ones, win by 2. Let's get it going. If Angel Reese doesn't respond, and she's the coward, and I win by forfeit. I'm just letting you know. But this is the idea that I got.
It's a good idea, David.
And Roy, you're going to be finally entered into some kind of highlight competition.
I love it, buddy.
Remember when you tried telling us that highlight is one of your favorite sports?
I sure do. It was only a few months ago, wasn't it, David?
No, it was a long time ago.
About a year
and
at this
you promised that you were going to do a highlight segment for this show. And you haven't done a goddamn highlight segment in fucking months and months.
Well, in my defense, David, Highlight did go out of business, so there really isn't much of a sport left. I could make up shit for you, but Roy Harter's highlights is a bit on the back burner right now.
Roy Harter's highlights appeared twice on the Davey Mac Sports Program, where it was supposed to be a weekly. What do you mean highlight business? No, I refuse to understand or believe this. What are you talking about? You mean the main highlight league folded?
Pretty much. The professional league did fold. Yeah, they I don't know if you noticed, there's no highlight in the Olympics this year, David.
I did not notice that. No,
they replaced it. They replaced it with breakdancing. Now, I could become a breakdance spokesman for you if you want, but
you did just as good of a job as that fucking Australian bitch. Oh my God, that fucking kangaroo shit was so funny. No, I was like, you have to be trolling. You're literally from Australia and you're jumping around like a kangaroo. Like the most stereotypical fucking shit. Like, what are we going to be doing? Crocodile Dundee fucking lines next while we're doing the breakdancing? Like, what is she going to be walking around like the goddamn bushwhackers from the WWE? She actually did that. And then all this fucking shit of, people are being mean to her. People deserve to be mean to her. She was fucking horrible.
Yeah, that was great, man. How did she pull that one off, man? I kind of regret not having the balls to pull that off, man. Try out for the Olympic breakdancing team.
I loved it. I think deep in my heart, she completely trolled the Olympics. And 10 years from now, she's going to be like, guess what? I'm the Johnny Knoxville of Australia. And this was like my first epic stunt. Like, because you can't be actually, there's no way she was trying to dance in any way, shape, or form. That was seizure type of physicality, was it not?
No, a seizure would have hit the rhythm at one point. At some point, it would have synced up. She did not.
And a lot of, like, not even doing the moves. Like, a lot of, like, just stepping and going.
Yeah. It reminded me of that other sport, the floor routine thing that they always do with the, the whole, rolling on the.
At least they're having to run and flip up into the air. I mean, seriously, this is some of the worst breakdancing. And then people were like mad. They go, that Australian woman ruined it because they took the breakdancing away from the Olympics in 2028. I'm like, good. That fucking should never be a goddamn sport.
Mission accomplished.
Like, come on. Fucking, we got to pretend like these Olympic Games were somewhat feasible in ancient Greek times.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but ancient Greeks didn't have no goddamn fucking boombox on the subway where they're fucking doing breakdancing routine. Okay? Yeah, there was some kind of weird fucking shit going on. Ray Gun, that's her name. God bless you, Ray Gunn. You got to turn into the fucking, the punked of fucking Australia, I think.
If there was one guest we could pull from the Olympics, I would throw her name in the hat for
Robert,
sure.
Get us Ray Gunn.
I'll see what I can do.
No, Roy has thrown down the goddamn guest gauntlet. We haven't actually thrown that down, let me think, ever. Roy just bringing in the Gigi Allen. That's what I call the guest gauntlet. I call that the guest gauntlet all in. Otherwise known as the Gigi Allen.
Yeah, it feels fitting because it feels like Roy took his shit and threw it at me. That's what it feels like occurred here. So I would say the Gigi Allen Award is fitting. I'll see what I can do.
You're responsible of getting us Ray Gun. And you just tell her this, what I always tell people. This is how we've become good friends with Billy Mitchell. You lie to them. You say you're big fans. That's it. Yeah, we're really big fans, big supporters. We want to hear your side of the story. That's how you get guests.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. He's going to get us Ray Gun. Roy.
I guarantee you Bobby will make it happen.
I feel like he's going to get us Roybot instead of Ray Gun.
May just be flutzy and fucking swish pants.
It's just going to be Roy wearing like a kangaroo mask.
playing a didgeridoo.
Roy Gun.
I actually would rather see Roy Gun at this point.
Now, I told you motherfuckers, due to the great Daniel Bobo Curlin, me and Stanley went with Bobo to Giants training camp where he underthrew every goddamn ball that he had to throw. He underthrew every goddamn fucking pass that he had to throw. Let me say it one last time. Anything 35 yards, 45 yards, anything 20 yards. Daniel Jones was underthrowing every goddamn ball. And what did we just see on fucking Sunday? And people might say it's just preseason. Not for Daniel Jones, it's not. There are levels to this, and there are nuances in sports and in life. And not to Daniel Jones is it preseason. He ain't Mahomes. He ain't Lamar Jackson. Those guys have their fucking jobs wrapped up for a goddamn decade. Not this fucking stooge. The guy who I told you was not better than Saquon Barkley. Sometimes sports is as simple as this. Who's the best offensive player on your team? Is it Saquon? Just give Saquon his $13 million, which you could have had him back for because the fucking Eagles gave him $12.5 for 4 years. So if the Giants just gave him $13 million for 4 years, that's $52 million for 4 years. Now, what's the better deal, Roy? Saquon Barkley, who's a better player now, getting $52 million for 4 years, or Daniel Jones, who's a shitty player now, who gets $160 million for 4 years?
Well,
what's the better deal, Roy?
I think you pretty much answered your own question there.
Yeah.
Option A, David.
Saquon.
That's the one.
And again, we as Giants fans knew this because anytime Daniel Jones went out, even if he's fucking playing with goddamn Tommy Cheeseballs or whatever that fucking idiot's name is, when Saquon was there, we were still winning. But then you take Saquon off the field, you keep Daniel Jones in, and Daniel Jones is the worst QB in the league. Right there, we had it. We had our answer. They were winning games with Saquon and no Daniel. They were losing games with Daniel and no Saquon. End of discussion. You would have saved money. Don't give me running backs. Their primes are 28 years old and Saquon's getting old. Okay, don't give me that. Modern sports times, things are different. Also, Saquon Barkley should never have been used as a 25 to 30 carry a game running back when he's dynamic to catch passes, screens, even slants. You could give the ball Saquon 12 times in the backfield, save the punishment, and then put him out on screens and slants and let him take the ball fucking 70 yards on a throw.
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk time. God damn it. So I just watched the whole fucking Hard Knocks goddamn season with Joe Shane, the general manager. And who listen, I want to like the guy. He seemed like a very likable person, but I got to tell you, the way he didn't see this clearly is baffling. And now I'm concerned that Joe Sheen is another fucking Brian Cashman. In over his head, doesn't know what to fucking do, doesn't make the right moves. You know what? Come to think of it, Joe Sheen, Daniel Jones, you're on the Shiza.
Shiza! Shiza! You're the ones that we despise!
I'm not doing it anymore. I don't have to sit here and take this. I'm not getting pushed around. I'm mad as hell and I ain't going to take it anymore. How many more puns and catchphrases? Loyalty, hustle, and respect. I just gave the John Cena tagline for some reason. Yeah. I was just trying to be slogan boy. No, but it's a real problem. I think we're looking at another disastrous Giants season this year. I want to be proven wrong with Daniel Jones, but he's not the second coming of Eli.
No, I would pick Tim Tebow over Daniel Jones right now. But Kevin Flynn has a serious question. He wants to know, should they bench Jones and go with Drew Lock from the gate?
Yeah, why not? At least to light a fire under fucking Daniel Jones's ass. At least to do that. To be like, you know what, Daniel? Seriously? If you're going to suck like this, we have no choice but to put someone else in. And I love that they got Neighbors. You know, he seems Malik Neighbors, their first round draft pick, seems like a dynamic wide receiver. Daniel Jones can't get him the ball. He underthrows everything.
It does seem silly to get a deep threat when you do have a guy who can't throw the ball deep. Right? Like even Tom Brady, when he was starting to get old, they converted to all the short out routes to make him work with his arm. Same with Peyton Manning. Now it's let's just get guys who cannot be a weapon for our quarterback.
I don't know why any NFL coach would select the fucking guy from Duke. Okay? Like, bottom line, we all know it's a fucking basketball school. And I'm saying this very seriously. Go grab yourself one of those SEC or Big Ten motherfuckers. That's it. The only quarterback I want drafted needs to be playing in the SEC or the Big Ten. That's it. Because they play against the best competition. Okay? It's as simple as that.
I would agree. If you're going to take a gamble on a quarterback, you do a D2 quarterback in the second round or something like that. Not this first round pick from Duke. That seems nuts.
Dave Gettleman really fucked our ass. Former Giants general manager. Jesus. We haven't had a good QB since Eli. You know that? And I have said this before, and I'll say it again. Charlie Manning, okay, he's Cooper's son, I believe. He's not even Peyton or Eli. But I don't give a fuck. His last name is Manning, and he's a quarterback. And he's like either a freshman or sophomore at Texas. Okay? Draft his ass. Now. Right now. I know it's not even legal. But draft his ass. Or Eli's got a kid. Kid's like 8 years old or something.
Yeah. That's what they do for soccer.
Yeah.
Right?
Draft
like Real Madrid. Yeah. Grab both of them. Start training them now.
Why can't we do this? If their names are Manning, in perpetuity, they have to play for the Giants.
Because that other Manning did some stuff for that other team. That was pretty good, too. I don't know if you remember
Peyton.
him.
Fuck him. It's so upsetting. Dan Orlovsky is getting in trouble now. I told you guys, there's nothing going on upstairs in Dan Orlovsky's brain.
Uh-oh. What happened, David?
Arch Manning. Arch Manning is the one in college. Charlie is Eli's son. Arch Manning is the one who's playing right now at Texas. I think they should draft him, but what I'm saying is we can get Arch, and then like 16, 20 years from now, Charlie's going to be ready to be on the Giants, and we'll have Charlie too. So I want the Giants to draft Arch and Charlie Manning right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's give Charlie to Arch. He can kind of be his shadow for the next 16 years.
Perfect.
And then walk. He'll know the playbook in and out. I love it.
Let's have Arch adopt Charlie. In fact, they can all live with Eli in Hoboken. We'll have Eli have like a whole Manning compound. Maybe we'll shoot it for reality TV. We'll make a whole goddamn fucking thing out of this. So Dan Orlovsky, he tweeted out, protect our daughters after the Olympic boxing scandal. And then he deleted the tweet. So people are upset or not upset. I don't know.
What's the big deal? I think he was quoting a John Mayer song, wasn't he?
Yeah. And nothing to do with boxing.
I guess it's because of the boxing, the whole scandal of is she a man or not a man or this or that.
Right. Yeah. Well.
But what was weird was the scandal was more about him deleting his tweet. I'm like, wait, why would the scandal be about the tweet delete? I delete tweets if I don't have the proper punctuation because I hate shitty grammar. I'll give you a perfect example, Roy. Tell me what's wrong with this sentence. I'm scrolling down Twitter, and this fucking inarticulate goddamn moron who claims that he's a journalist when really he's some fucking just idiotic wrestling reporter who can't fucking string a goddamn a perfect goddamn sentence.
Yeah.
You couldn't string a what, Dave?
I already figured out the problem, David. What you have here is a run-on sentence. Breaks a lot of grammatical rules.
The guy's name is Dave Meltzer, and he writes that a wrestler named Afa has died, and he says, and the name of the family that Afa comes from is the Inouye family. And he says, it's not a pun on Inouye, but just listen. He goes, okay. Best wishes to the Inouye family. He goes, I've heard that Afa has died. Best wishes to the Inouye family. Now, what's wrong with that in your opinion?
I mean, beyond the grammatical aspect, we have, it seems a little insensitive, don't you think?
Best wishes makes it sound like the Inouye family is happy that fucking Afa died, you goddamn idiot. Best wishes
I'm agreeing with you.
Is when you're positively and joyfully hoping for someone's health and success. Yeah. Condolences is when you're expressing sympathy, empathy, or sorrow for something that someone has experienced. So someone has died, you say condolences. You don't say best wishes, you fucking inarticulate goddamn schmizbo. And it's just fucking goddamn shitty way. People, no one fucking takes the goddamn time to fucking learn the goddamn Queen's English anymore. I'm sick and tired of I told you about the overusage of wild. It's fucking embarrassing. I've seen people use, man, this is wild, that's wild, this is wild. I've seen them use wild 3-4 fucking times in the same sentence for 4 fucking different meanings. Where they meant like this is upsetting, disturbing, and comical. They used wild all 3 times. What the fuck is wrong with you? And now I'm seeing the same thing with weird. Everyone's weird. Shut the fuck up. Is the person scary? Are they treacherous? Are they deceitful? Are they dishonest? Don't call everything weird and wild, you goddamn illiterate cunts. I thought Orange Head was upset.
I feel like Roy may not have had the best opportunity to catch the grammar, so maybe I could give him another example. Roy, what's wrong with this sentence? He won the gold medal for women's boxing.
Condolences.
Condolences to the Iranian
Condolences to the woman who got fucking 30 years of CTE coming her way.
The Antonio Brown of this Olympics.
Condolences to the woman who was hit harder than fucking Tina Turner.
She didn't even get any cake.
Oh, wow.
Go tweet these out, otherwise we're gonna have to delete them. No, but I will delete a tweet if I and it's always because of a fucking punctuation. Like if I forgot to put an apostrophe, I'll be like, fuck it. Even if it's got 40 likes, and then my stupid deletion will result in the tweet getting 4 likes, I will be able to go back on my timeline and see proper punctuation, proper usage of an apostrophe. Okay,
That's all it takes.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, David. I'm the same way. I'm a stickler for that shit, man.
I know that it's modern times and we're all such stupid goddamn Neanderthals. The computer has made us that way. But can we at least try? Just try to have a little punctuation. Try to use the old noodle up here and not say wild and weird for every fucking adjective. God. Now, we got to talk some basketball because a whole lot of shit was going on in hoops. The WNBA, Caitlin Clark, she goes off against Diana Taurasi. A clip resurfaced from a few months ago of Diana Taurasi discussing what Caitlin Clark was in store for in her rookie year at the WNBA. Get a load of this. Here it is. Go ahead, you can play it.
Right? When the college guys come out, they're waiting for them. I mean, Camilla's coming, Caitlin's coming. There's more than just that are coming. What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
That's fine. But the big thing that was called out was reality is coming. So in 4 games where Caitlin Clark's fucking team took on Diana Taurasi's team, Caitlin Clark was 4-0, averaging 17 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds a game. And in this 4th contest that just occurred, Clark had 29 fucking points, some fucking crazy ass, 11 assists, 5 rebounds. It's just fucking insane. It's every goddamn record. Caitlin Clark, then she follows it up with a game in which she had 23 points, another 10 assists. Caitlin Clark in these last 2 games becomes the first WNBA player ever to record 50-plus points and 25-plus assists in a 2-game span. Okay? Furthermore, there are 3 rookies in NBA/WNBA history that have recorded 29 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists on 70% true shooting percentage. True shooting percentage is your field goal percentage adjusted with threes and free throws, okay? The only people who have had 29 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists on 70% true shooting percentage, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, and Caitlin Clark. The only 3 people that did that in WNBA and NBA history. Remember who fucking compared her to Steph Curry the past several goddamn weeks?
What's crazy is the second 2 did it against men, David. But I got to argue for my girl Tarasi here and say I think she is being taken out of context a bit. Like you even listening to the full statement, when she gets to the end and goes, now I'm not saying it's not going to translate. I'm just saying there's going to be a bit of a grace period. If you look at Caitlin Clark's stats, the first couple of games, there was a grace period.
Wrong. I don't even want to hear your fucking counterpoint. I know you have a crush on Diana Taurasi. It's not going to jive. The thing that I've been saying forever, and that applies to all, including Diana Taurasi, is how hard is this? Caitlin Clark is a phenom. It's going to be exciting and interesting to see what she does in the WNBA. I'm excited to see her perform. That's all. I don't know why any of these fucking assholes, including specifically Diana Taurasi and Cheryl Reeve, the fucking coach, who was asked, well, how come Caitlin Clark's not on the Olympics team? And that coach, I can't talk about Caitlin Clark. I don't want to talk about Caitlin Clark. No. Who wants to not talk about Caitlin Clark? My point has been the same since day one. Why can't you play a game of PR, public relations? Come on, man. Scott Van Pelt was talking about fucking Caitlin Clark. Okay? Taurasi, just fucking say Caitlin Clark is a goddamn phenom. But it's going to be interesting to see her go from college to the WNBA. Who knows?
I think she did the opposite. I think she said the same thing, just the opposite order. She was like, it'll be interesting to see it translate because she looks like a superhuman against 18-year-olds. It'll be interesting. There might be a reality check. It takes a lot of people time to it.
You don't need to say there might be a reality check, Robert.
But isn't that protecting your star?
No. Listen. We've never seen this in sports where someone becomes a megastar and we can look to the NBA with Anthony Edwards. All you had was people, like I said before, Kevin Durant, a legend of the game, saying, this guy's awesome.
Yeah. I think she did that in the clip we just listened to.
She didn't. Stop fucking sticking up for her just because for some reason you want to have sex with women with big noses. For some reason, women who look like Jimmy Durante turn Robert on.
I mean, our kid would be legendary from the outside, Dave. Yes, he would not miss a three.
You like masculine-looking women with gigantic fucking schnozzes.
I mean, that seems a little unfair.
No, I know your type. There's a wrestler or two in the WWE that they all look just like Diana Taurasi. Everyone you like is some fucking huge goddamn ape pagoda with a wig on looking motherfucker.
I'm just saying, I feel like certain people might be watching this and they're going to think you're talking about them. And now I got to deal with a conversation off air.
I ain't talking about certain people. I'm talking about fucking celebrities. Don't fucking listen to the goddamn fucking show and take any of this shit personal. I don't have one fucking goddamn thought of any goddamn personal actual human.
Oh, God. I'm going to deal with this convo later. No worries, Dave. I do think you're absolutely right. We should roll out the red carpet for Caitlin Clark.
Robert! Look. In 1986, when Michael Jordan scored 63 points against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs, when Larry Bird was asked about Michael Jordan.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know how competitive Larry Bird is, and he gets very pissed off after the game if he didn't think like the Celtics played, absolutely perfect basketball. And when they asked Larry Bird about Michael Jordan scoring 63 points on the Celtics in 1986, Larry Bird didn't say, I don't want to talk about Michael Jordan. Or he didn't say, well, he's a young player. Let's see him do it for another 10 years. Larry Bird said, that wasn't Michael Jordan out there. That was God. That's how much he hyped up Michael. He goes, that guy was God. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I agree.
Understand that just a little positivity will go so long, so far.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I think
why is the WNBA succeeding right now?
Because of her. People are paying attention to her.
Caitlin Clark, and because she has expanded the fan base, regardless of whether they want to admit it or not. Forbes just did a thing that said fucking games that are on television with Caitlin Clark this year have gone up 265%.
Wow.
265%.
Jesus. She may knock off the Tuah Girl on the cover of Time Magazine next month.
What's crazy is that 265% is 20 to 50 people watching a game. So they didn't give you actual numbers there. That's an easy stat. But no, I think you're absolutely right. I think if now the people who were giving her a hard time, like if Taurasi came out and was on an interview with SVP and was like, hey, look whose skills translated. Like, this girl's the future. And now, there's still an opportunity as we go into the WNBA playoffs.
Sin, my friends. Absolutely. Pride is a deadly sin. And maybe people are waiting for people to go like, you know what? Everyone was right. Caitlin Clark is fucking incredible. And maybe if Diana Taurasi just said, you know what? Caitlin Clark's fucking great. In fact, she is the future.
Yeah.
Maybe people would fucking stop screaming and shouting, but there's always some little thing. There's always some little thought. I saw one person comment, hey, I don't hate Caitlin Clark. I hate all Caitlin Clark fans. No, but again, these are AKA the people who are growing the WNBA and have made the WNBA successful for the first time in 20 years. Not an opinion. Fact. According to Forbes, CBS Business, and NBC Sports, the ratings are up, the attendance is up, the merch is up, but no more so than the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. And a rising tide floats all boats, okay? She has made this league successful overall. You'd think one fucking person would understand that. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't agree with you more, especially going into the playoffs. There's no sports right now. The Yankees aren't great. Lean into the WNBA, start hyping this up. Even if you do have to make rivalries, you need some of the stars on her side too. Being she's the real deal. Right now, it seems like she's enemy number one, and she hasn't even Kobe had 3 championships before he became the Black Mamba.
This whole thing. Look, Jesus fucking Christ. How hard is this? Literally. Look at 40 years ago and look exactly at how David Stern promoted the NBA as not even a goddamn league. They might as well have called the whole fucking thing Magic versus Bird. And you have Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Don't we all understand that if the whole thing was just based on Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, the whole goddamn league would be fucking through the roof. But what that means is they should both be complimented. Yes?
Agreed.
Furthermore, remember when I said that fucking Cheryl Reeve, the Olympic coach, I was just talking about her. She was asked, how come Caitlin Clark didn't make the team? And she goes, I want to fucking talk about Caitlin Clark. I got to talk about other shit. Don't ask me to talk about Caitlin Clark. And then so you want to smash your fucking face on the table and go, no, you mean don't ask you about the biggest phenom going on in the WNBA, if not all of sports right now? Don't ask you a question. Again, WNBA, do you have any fucking understanding of public relations? Do you know what PR means? It don't mean Puerto Rico. Okay, you say a few fucking kind words and you move the fuck on. Well, now, don't get mad. Well, now, and remember, I called her a fucking goddamn fucking asshole. Well, guess what? Looks like I was right, because I wonder how Angel Reese fans are feeling today. You know why? A new article has come out that Cheryl Reeve, who is also the president, not just the coach, but the president of the Minnesota Lynx, traded down because she didn't want to have to draft Angel Reese, because she didn't want to have to coach her, because she thought she was a drama queen. This is an article that was going around. Go Google it. So now, who's the asshole? Me or Cheryl Reeve?
You asking me that question, David, or you looking for a real answer?
Because this phony didn't even have the guts to coach Angel Reese.
No one's uncoachable, David.
No one's uncoachable. And even though I've challenged Angel to a one-on-one game, if she's available in the draft and she's better than the next player, I'm taking her. And I'm going to figure a way to get through to her. So this Cheryl Reeve just sounds
that would
like
make you a coach, Dave.
Loser.
That would make you a real coach if you were able to take whatever talent was available and craft it into what you needed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Like, isn't that her fucking job? Shut the fuck up and draft the talent.
If I was a Minnesota Lynx fan, I'd probably be pretty pissed off at her for saying that shit. Because, again, you could have had one of the two components of the WNBA version of Magic versus Bird.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
you're going to get the attention.
Caitlin Clark, at least, the Bird component, at least you get the Magic component.
Yeah.
An Angel.
Tell her to use condoms, and you solve that whole problem he had. But I've been to Minnesota. If I was president of the Lynx, my first role would be to change the team name from Lynx to Somalis. I saw a fuck ton more Somalis than I did Lynx the entire time I was in fucking Minnesota.
What is a Lynx? Lynx?
I think it's like a wild cat.
Yeah, it's a cat, David. A wild cat. Often found in snowy regions of northern Russia.
Not Minnesota.
Definitely not Minnesota.
No, there are no links. That's my point. Like, come on, dude.
I didn't know any about this. How do you guys know so much about these fucking animals? What? Are you guys like breeding lynx or something without my knowledge?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. All right.
No, don't worry about
what Roy and I have to do to make money now. Don't worry about that. All right.
But not only did I get the fucking it's a wildcat, but I got the origins of the geography of the fucking it's fucking Siberia or some shit.
Native to the carnivorous forest of Siberia, the lynx, primary predator.
I'm so sick of all of it. I'm sick of all the goddamn fucking Caitlin Clark shit. One of these days, what's going to happen is they are going to just run people off their league, and then their league will go back into bankruptcy. And they're going to go, hey, what happened? And we're all going to say, well, people like Cheryl Reeve and Diana Taurasi just couldn't stop turning off fans.
No. Can I say one positive note about
really
the women's basketball?
Weird. Yeah.
I will say it was a very beautiful to see when Brittany Griner was on the podium getting her gold medal. She had her hand over her heart and was crying. And it seems like she made the comment when she first came back, the only time she'd play overseas again and was in the red, white, and blue. And she was one of those people who was kneeling for the anthem. And like, it's truly cool to see how much she's changed. And she's willing to, like you were saying, pride's a sin. Feels like she was willing to put hers aside and kind of do like, hey, I'm here for America. And like to watch that was pretty beautiful.
Well, good for her. See, I ain't no hater. If that's the case, then good for you, Brittany.
That's all.
That's the one with the Russian vape thing.
Yeah. Just like you.
Yeah, just like me.
I would love to. You know how awesome it would be for the Davey Mac Sports Program if you got arrested in Russia, Roy?
It would be amazing, David.
Oh
Great
my
PR,
God.
right?
And Roy became a goddamn American fucking war prisoner over there or some shit.
They would try to trade for Roy, and he'd be like, no, I'm good. He would be running things in Russia at this point. It'd be bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, David, they give me a keyboard, They give me, they let me goddamn jam. I mean, honestly, Putin's not that bad.
They need me here, David. They need me here.
I could Skype in still.
All right, last thing is I just briefly hit on it, but the Tyson, Jake Paul, they did a press conference. The fight will be in November. It will be on Netflix. I will be watching. It was going to be in August. So, that disappoints me because I was looking forward to it, but whatever. I'll wait a few more months. Tyson to me does look really good. Jake Paul went off. He was screaming about all kinds of things. And he said, fuck New York. And
he plays a good heel. He plays a good heel, David.
It's also not wrong as of late. I don't know if you guys have been into the city. It's not doing so hot.
No, I'm not going.
Battery is way down.
Where do you go in New York City?
If I was going to go into do a club, it would be the Stand probably, or like New York Comedy Club. And that's either, right when you get in one of those first 18th Ave or like 34th. And neither one is in good territory these days.
Really?
No, yeah.
What do you mean?
It's at lots of homeless people just doing, and it's not like the ones you are used to. These are a new breed of homeless. Like, these are guys who are committing crimes, like actively harassing people. Like, normally when you would go through the city, you'd see them sitting there. But these, like,
what are the crossroads of the comedy clubs you go to again?
I'm one's 18th.
18th?
I don't know the crossroad. Yeah, and the other one's like 34th. There's one on 77th, but
yeah, but
none of them are good territory.
34th and what?
Like 7th.
Jesus Christ!
Like right by Penn Station. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
34th and 7th is like should be like a fucking safe touristy area. It's right by goddamn Penn Station and Madison Square Garden. So if they can't fucking keep that fucking place clean, like we're gonna fucking go to Knicks games this year and fucking have to be like strapped up like Rambo just to watch Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, pretty much. It is that bad right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the area around Yankee Stadium wasn't exactly a nice neighborhood either, David. I don't know if you
Bronx, Roy, and I actually felt perfectly safe in that neighborhood that day.
Speaking of that day, I was at Yard House watching, and they had this Yankee network on, and there was this like giving back day, and they had a bunch of this dance group they were helping out, and they were all dancing right where we danced for our music video. Someone in that Yankees organization has seen our video and is trying to make it look like they had the idea. So I wouldn't be surprised if Rob doesn't go in and edit those dancers into Fire That Ferret. Because
we must plug our video. We're talking, of course, about Fire That Ferret, the Brian Cashman song, which you can see on YouTube, on Twitter, pinned on my Twitter profile. Just go to YouTube at Eastside Dave TV and go check out one of the great all-time sports songs. We put that one right up there with the Super Bowl song, the Giants-Patriots Tom Brady song, Fire That Ferret by Brian Cashman. Go check out that song, and that'll do it. Roy Harter, plugs, promotions, anything?
No, nothing, David. Nothing this week. I'm having I got a gig next week sometime. I just don't know when it is, so I have to look into that more.
I've never seen someone plug as poorly as Roy Harter, Robert. He says things like, I don't exactly know but I know we have something coming up. I just don't know any of the details.
Yeah. I'll leave it to you, the listener, to find out.
Very punk of you.
It's much more satisfying if you find where Roy's playing next.
Roy's thing is like Pokemon Go. Some kind of fucking to find Roy, you actually have to engage in a scavenger hunt in order to give him and his cover band a few dollars. It's an odd promotion strategy.
It seems to be working, David.
I kind of like it because it's awesome. You kind of have like a Batman villain. It's sort of like a Riddler type of deal.
Yeah. And ironic, we sold out last week. We did the Pearl Jam tribute show, and I don't think I did too much promoting on that one, but we sold out. So
what do you mean you sold out? How many people were there?
The place was packed. Maybe 200 people tops.
Wow. Why don't you bring the Pearl Jam band down here to the Jersey Shore?
Well, that's a good question. I think that's something we're going to look into, David. We just need the right management.
Well, first of all, Wonder Bar.
Best manager in New Jersey.
I mean, you are looking at the best manager in New Jersey. Now, previously, that was only with wrestling. By the way, there is an IWF event coming up in late September. So you know what? I'm going to promote. Go to campiwf.com for tickets, campiwf.com for tickets. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be managing my boys. I'm going to start promoting this event right now. It's IWF's Unstoppable. It is going to happen late September, campiwf.com. And of course, I believe, I don't want to say for sure, but I thought Kevin Knight was maybe going to do something for Glenn Burgess, great IWF wrestler who just passed away tragically at the age of 29.
Yes.
So we got to do that. But, I mean, Roy.
I send his family my sincerest condolences, David.
Send them my best wishes.
Not my best wishes, Bobby.
Best wishes on the death of. So I can manage you, Roy. Now, are you familiar with what I'm going to need called the Colonel Parker contract? No, you know who you should talk to is Brian Guitarzy. He's always in the Wonder Bar or Stone Pony.
And he's clearly got some good management, David.
Yeah.
You know, he'll be playing Madison Square Garden.
Is Brian could probably get you into the Wonder Bar very quickly, and you'll fucking rake up there, bro.
I'll look into it, buddy. I'll look into that for sure.
Just letting you know. Robert?
Mickey's Black Box in November. I'll be there with Earl David Reed again. I'll be in Miami February 14th with Aaron Berg, so check that out. Fun times, both options. Get your tickets now.
That sounds fun.
Miami?
Yeah. In February, yeah. So I'll get more details as we get closer, but if you live in that area, clear your schedule. Tell your significant other you don't love them. Get it out of the way now.
You should say it in Spanish. You'll get more attendees.
Robert, mi
Buena
mucho gusto
suerte.
los chicharrones. Mi mucho gusto los chicharrones. Do you know that?
No, I know enough to get by.
I really like pork rinds.
Oh, I should know that one. If I'm
So just come up with a fucking joke where that's your goddamn punchline, and boom, Dave, you're gonna fucking kill it. Okay.
I would love that.
All right.
One time I had to be a translator for the Venezuelan baseball team. They were in Dick's because we were there for the Little League World Series, and the Dick's near them was sold out of bats. And I just did not remember how to speak Spanish. Well, so I had to use Juanes lyrics, who's a pop star from the time, and I'm just pointing to bats and be like, "Más fuerte," and they were just like, "Oh, bien, bien." And then it was a lot of fun playing Spanish charades with the Venezuelan team. They got smoked.
Actually,
I think the bats were too heavy.
I used to be semi decent at Spanish, believe it or not. It's something that I'd like to pick up again at some point. Like, my name is David. Mi mucho gusto el bistec. I really like steak.
Me llamo Roy. Un placer de conocerte. Te como el culo en dos.
Español, por favor.
No me gusta.
Te como el culo en 2 segundos.
I don't know, but it sounded like you just called me a cunt.
I said I'm going to eat your ass in 2 seconds.
Guys, I don't know if you know this. Spanish radio is huge right now. I think we have an opportunity.
And on that note, we are done.
Adios, amigos.
For Roy Harter, Bobby Tempero, I'm Davey Mac. Good night, everybody.